I don't really like to glaze, except when it comes to like glazing Elden Ring or glazing Call of Duty, like the older Call of Duty. But I'm not a glazer. I'm not a person who can actually glaze about everything at whenever I can, except like I can actually use it to argue against your point why you don't like the game. And I will give you the whole entire paragraph to actually for you to read if you are willing to read why I like this game and you are wrong. But this one is going to be a bit different glazing. Well, what's different is that I'm going to glaze a game that has not been out yet, which is called Crimson Desert. That is actually going to be coming out in the next 2 days, or under a day, because I'm still waiting for a review for this game. I've been always been waiting for a review for any game that I'm very excited about. But this review is a little bit different because if, despite the game being rated as the way it is, or like being bad or good, I might just buy the game, actually. Crimson Desert is a game that I've been waiting for almost 8 years, 7 years, probably 8 years. I don't remember. I don't remember how to count it anymore right now because my brain go wiki doo doo right now. I apologize. But the point is that I've waited for this game for many years, especially with older, sneak peek teasers going around for this game that actually makes my eyeballs spin around, and I just don't know what the hell does this game even supposed to be even about. I still remember the fact that like the wacky hair animation, I just make fun of it, but like the animation looks like cool, but like I still make fun of this game for having way too much particle effect. It's like I thought Final Fantasy VII like having realistic particle effects when you use the sword, but like this one is crazy. It go wacky. It go from a 10 to 11 to actually busting down your dance floor on your screen. But what I'm trying, but that's not the point. That was like around 4 years ago, or 3 years ago. That was a long time ago. But fast forward today, Crimson Desert is actually going to be out in the next one more day or 2 days, depending on where you live. And right now, I'm not gonna lie. This is a game that I've been very looking forward to for the past few months because I have been actually such a sucker for open world games. Why I like open world games? I like the sense of adventure and immersion and like the sense of like fantasies. I love The Lord of the Rings. It's my childhood movie. The Hobbit, I know like some people don't like it, but I would have to say the Hobbit movies trilogy are actually really fun to watch. They're not perfect. I heard about it. People actually didn't like it, how they're being portrayed from the books and also into the movies. That's fine. But it is the sense of the fantasies or like trying to immerse yourself in together with one world and like that's what happened when I actually put my time into Elden Ring. Elden Ring is one of those games that really made me fall in love over and over and over again. I wish I could find a girl that I can actually say that to. Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant to say. But what I'm trying to say is that Crimson Desert is going to be built up that kind of game that I might actually fall in love with multiple times, but there is a lot of catch. There's some things about this game that I don't really like, because like I don't know what's the story here. The story is pretty kind of vague. It's like a revenge story for your clan, but in my guts is telling it's more than that. There's gotta be more than that. This game has multiple bosses just like how Elden Ring does. The big open world exploration where like sometimes the world is so dense with a lot of things at random times, like how Red Dead Redemption 2 did. And there's also like the combat system of this game that's just strikingly so fun, and I just can't help it but just call it as a hack and slash. It's a really beautiful game, and there's also Shadow of Colossus mechanic here, which is kind of cool. What I can fit to describe this game is that this is Dragon's Dogma 2 what it could have been. That's what I'm saying. And if it did excels it the way I want it to be, then I'm calling this Dragon's Dogma 2 copycat. And that's a huge compliment, by the way. I love Dragon's Dogma 1. 2 is a little bit fall off, a little bit shortfall. I'm still playing the game, but Crimson Desert, if it goes well, I would probably be addicted to this game for a month. Okay, you will never see me coming out from the house or even make a video at all. I lied. I will still make video about it. But yeah, that's before that, I just realized I look different when I shave. How do I look, boys? Do I look a little bit like a healthier man now? Do I look a little bit handsome? Do I look cutie pie, maybe? Sorry, you're probably just cringing at this point. But anyways, Crimson Desert. What do you guys think about Crimson Desert? Are you guys actually happy for this game? Are you very excited? And no, this is not the end of the video. There's a lot of things I want to actually talk about, like especially people how they react to Crimson Desert. Okay, Crimson Desert did actually make the game like a lot of people actually thinking like this is too good to be real, and including myself, it did it that way as well. But I just can't help that the game. I accidentally pressed the stop recording button by mistake. I apologize for that. What I'm trying to say is that as the time goes on, the game actually did show off previews, like a bunch of like videos to convince that hey, this game is still real. You guys gotta look it out first, okay? I can't help but like everyone else who don't even like the game to begin with are trying to find ways to dislike this game. And what's even funnier is the fact that like someone actually did banter a argument with me when they like actually commented about underneath one of the few TikTok videos that's being uploaded officially from Crimson Desert, saying that "Hey, this game has character creation, you know." And I said like, no, this game has other two characters with one main character that you're playing as, you know. And then like, well, that's too boring. I want character creation. That's the base of the game. Boring. I want to create my own character because I want to self-insert myself. And I have sorry for that kind of talk, but the thing is that how can you actually judge a game just because of not having a character creation? That's not even actually part of the game. And then like some people actually calling out this game is just a copycat. And then like well, sure, the same goes to like other games that's being a copycat but being inspired. And like people actually complaining about this game is going to be empty. Well, we don't know about this game yet, but like have you seen the content? Have you seen everything else that's been actually been uploaded from the Pearl Abyss? Come on, dude. And I get it, the skepticism for this game, especially when the developers are like from the MMORPG and they decide to actually shift their gears into making a single player game. Totally understandable to actually be skeptical, but they actually try their best to put in a lot of little details that I didn't thought of. There was something about this game that make me feel like I really, really don't think that's a shining diamond without traps. If I was Indiana Jones, I would be failed as an adventurer because that diamond is too shiny, and I would pray to God there is no traps. And when I'm trying to go down the hallway, okay, I would be the worst Indiana Jones character of all time. But but going forward is that Crimson Desert did actually pull off its own trouser to show off again what you can really do more than what you can see. What I meant is that did you know in the like we've been seeing six different mounts of what they have been showcased by Pearl Abyss? Yeah, we've seen Max, we've seen bears, we've seen raptors. Yes, raptors are in this game as well. You can even ride you can even ride a dragon. You can even ride, I don't know, a horse. That's very normal, the standard. There, okay, six stuff. There's one more, but I completely forgot. But in the game, there was a screenshot that saw show off that there is 26 different mounts. And I have to sit here. I can't even actually figure out what kind of animals that you can even ride on more than five. I don't know why. 26? That's a little bit overboard, but like I'm very curious what they have here. The bosses in these games are over the top, especially some of the bosses looks like some of them could be very Virgil like Dante style. I know like there's also even bosses where like they're big mechanized dragon, and that's even one huge snake dragon roaming around like a bloody Mr. Axe that could actually toss you up and down. It's kind of really cool. There's more, okay? There's more. I don't know what to say more, but again, this is a glazing video of me glazing onto Crimson Desert. I just like this kind of game that does make it feel like it's too good to be true, but finally to show off that it is actually really, really good to be true. And it's kind of weirdly refreshing that this is a game that is not being beta on Unreal Engine 5 because like Unreal Engine 5 has been like really dog shit and also really make it samey because like the thing is that like Unreal Engine 5 didn't do very well for most of the games. Is that like whenever you try to turn the game in like made by UE5, turn into like a little bit lower settings for the like lower specs of computers, it tends to look very murky, very muddier, very unclean. It looks ugly, ugly. Okay, like literally Monster Hunter wild polygons ugly. But like going into Pearl Abyss, it's so weird that it's like so weird to see a developer actually focusing on performance. It's very rare, to be honest with you. Like I'm no hate for Unreal Engine 5 games. It's just that like I only have like I guess like two three studios that I kind of respect that actually made use of Unreal UE5 really well. The studios who make the finals. Expedition 33, and also the studios who made Lies of P, and also Kazan as well. They're very, very good. It's just that like most of the like UE5 games tends to look shit, but for some reason Pearl Abyss, the people who made Crimson Desert actually made their own engine to look so much more phenomenal and even be able to even run on a MacBook. MacBook. You gotta think about that. And and I did say this on the previous video. Yes, I actually did glaze this on this game for like this could be the third video where I glaze on the Crimson Desert, but like I will be more glazing of this game, after like the launch, or maybe hating on this game because like I will make a review for this game actually. But again, the engine of Prolabis is just really, really shockingly good because like it makes the game so much more brighter and vibrant, even though like you make it a game at lower settings, and even runs well on PS5. And despite like having such a huge amount of content laying around in front of you as you are just flying with a dragon or flying over everything, all the trees, you're seeing the distance of Pyrewell. The Pyrewell is the land that is the world that you're actually playing in Crimson Desert, and it's big. It's like bigger than Red Dead Redemption 2, twice bigger than Skyrim. That's really cool. I am actually really excited to see where this one's gonna go. But I do have concerns, of course. The concern is that where are the dungeons? There is no dungeon showcase in this game. I do know there's secrets exploration in this game, but cool. I also like to see like like going underground, or like exploration like Elden Ring did with like the lost cities in the underground. That would be cool. It's cool to see like there's skies puzzles going around, but like it's my personal thing. Again, we will see what's going to happen in the next couple of days, where like when the game is coming out. I'm really excited. What do you guys think about the game? Are you guys excited as I am, or are you guys actually bummed out as other people who have been? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta stop glazing now. Gotta shut the hell up. Hope you have a lovely day or have a lovely night. Peace out, y'all. Sayonara, suckers.